Hey, this is Matthew.
And this is Andrea.
Welcome to Into the Ring, Out of the Box. You might notice that Vinny's not with us today, but we got another tag partner, and she's holding the tag rope. So, Andrea, you're in.
Boom!
All right, so today we are looking at from Mattel. What? Oh, no, she turned heel.
We're looking at Elite 74, Natalya.
That's right, hailing from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. She's my favorite cat person wrestler.
That sounds really weird when you put it like that.
There's no other way to put it.
You could call her your favorite wrestler who loves cats.
Hashtag 2 boots. So this is our packaging for the Elite 74 now. So we looked last time at Elite 73. We did a few of those figures from them. And they were like one of the first figures to have this new style of packaging, which is a throwback to an earlier line of the Elites that had this little stupid cut here.
I kind of like the cut. It adds a different shape.
I don't disagree with you. The thing is, compared to like the other Elites that had this similar style cut, it's slightly different. And for me as a collector,
it's annoying as hell because you want it all to be similar.
It's not even just that. It's the packaging for like the ringside defender cases.
True,
These don't fit in those. So we got to buy the 2020 edition. That's a big pain in the ass for me.
It's all about the money.
It really comes down to it. It's just that one little stupid difference. Because it's just a slight difference.
That's fair.
Yeah. So we got this nice look into the box here. We can see Natty and her accessories, but we'll top of that momentarily. On the side, we have a nice full-bodied picture of Natty. And look at that portrait.
Thank goodness. I like this portrait so much better than some of the other stuff I've seen in Natty. Particularly, I believe it was her basic.
Yeah.
Her most recent basic.
It was about a year or two ago?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know what they did, but they just made her look... I don't know. It was like they made her look older than she is.
Yeah, something about it.
They looked as though she had like a pound of makeup on, and nobody did anything to give her proper lighting.
Yeah, it was not a very good.
It was terrible.
As a big Natty fan, I was sad to actually pass on that figure. You remember how sad I was?
Oh yeah, no, you were obnoxiously sad.
Thanks.
What? Every time you saw it, you'd be like, oh.
But this one here, way better.
Oh yeah, no, this looks so much better. The box looks better. Just all of it looks better.
Yeah, and here's a look at the back too. You can see that nice portrait of Natty. A little bit of bio about her and some information about her, which is pretty vague, pretty broad.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's one of those times where at least it's well written enough that it's like, okay, it's cool.
Now, a lot of times the bios will give us information and hints as to when this outfit that she's wearing is from. This time we have no hints.
Okay.
So we'll have to do research after so we can figure it out. But otherwise, it's an outfit she's definitely worn in 2019.
Oh yeah, she's had this for a while.
So we've definitely seen it around here.
Yeah, I think she even talked about it on Total Divas.
Huh.
Because she was all about wanting something dominatrix-y, but also cat-related. And
it's a real weird mishmash of stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm all for it.
Daddy's a little funky that way.
Yeah, I'm down with it, though.
Yeah, I know. She's a unique person. I'm like, I'd like to know her in person, because I want to know how much of Total Divas is actually her, and how much of it is, is wrestling Natty. Like, where's real Natty?
I just want to know what it's like for Tyson.
Yeah. Yeah, for TJ.
So that's our packaging, though, but we don't care about that because we're not here to do that.
We're here. No, sorry. I'm here to substitute for Vinny and to keep you from going nuts. You're here to open the box.
I guess let's take her out.
People, he's been like this ever since he got it in the mail.
I'll take her out for a nice Italian dinner, maybe. Get her a Chianti. And, why don't you open up, Natty? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's open her up and we'll be right back. So here's Natty out of the packaging.
And I think someone is very happy with it.
This is the Natalya figure I've been waiting for forever.
Yes.
Forever. Because, man, I've been waiting for like a great, perfect Natalya. Mm-hmm. This so far is hitting all the marks for me.
It's a great Natty. My one complaint is the head is a little too small for her body.
Yeah.
It's a little out of proportion. But
we'll come back to that.
But otherwise, oof. Like, she looks really good.
That head sculpt is 100% Natalya.
Yeah, absolutely.
From every angle. Like, the new True Effects sculpts, whatever they're doing to get this new scanning technology, it's been absurdly good. And they've also changed how they paint them, too.
Yeah.
They have now some kind of like 3D printing painting, essentially. Mm-hmm. So the paint jobs are even more detailed. There is a downside to those. And for anybody who's got kids, they probably know the more you play with those figures, the more the faster it rubs off. And especially the 3D ones, because it's not layered, No. Let's talk about the painting in a minute. But her paint job overall, though, top to bottom, is amazing as well. Colors pop out. Sculpting of the body is great. But just on that note of the painting, with this whole new 3D painting that's going on, as opposed to other figures that are older where paint itself in layered or whatever, in this case it's all just one layer of everything, so it rubs off way faster.
It's really fun to see some of these figures where they're missing eyes because...
Or eyebrows. I mean...
The eyebrows are always hilarious. But usually there's, at least a little ridge where you see that an eyebrow is supposed to be there, so it's not quite as, jarring.
Yeah.
But when it's missing half an eyebrow, those are my favorite. Let's talk about you and Natty and how much you love this figure.
I love everything about Natalya and this figure. It's the outfit is great. I love the outfit. It's a completely 100% new sculpt, top to bottom, new tooling. How else can you do Natalya? Her outfits are pretty unique.
Her outfits
you can't
are
just
unique.
paint it on.
Her body's unique. Like, all of it's just very, very unique, and I kind of love it.
That might be why Natty has not had a lot of figures.
True.
Yeah,
I
because
could definitely
her
see
outfits are pretty unique. And, I mean, we got kick pad boots. It's such a unique, bizarre combination of things, but it works. It's her thing.
And that's really Natty in a nutshell.
Yeah.
A whole combination of unique things.
So she comes with accessories, which include her, I don't even know what to call this thing, her shoulder cape.
It's her dominatrix-y thing.
I guess. And the detail in this is really, really
Oh,
great
no,
also.
this is real. Okay, hold up. I think we have to take it off to show the detail.
Take it all off,
So
Natty.
check it out. First of all, it comes off really easily.
And it stays on easy.
It stays on easy, too. But also, I mean, check this out. Like, it moves, man. The plastic, it's moving. You got the dangly bits that she likes. Dangly bits.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, right? I mean, it's so cool the way that there's movement, the flexibility of all of it. I mean, the texture of it is just, like, ridiculous.
Yeah. It's really good, and you can see the shoulders off behind now. So that's really cool, but there is more to her than just that.
You know, there's an additional pair of hands.
Which will pop out right now, in fact, because all the
I'll
elites
let you
now
do
come with hands. So let's put one in, I guess. Just put one. And hopefully I don't elbow you in the face as I do this. There you go. Oh, good. I'm glad you protected yourself, because that would have hurt
That would have, and I would
me
have murdered you.
after you punched me for doing that to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Natty's fist. That's really cool. And check out the detail on the zipper, too.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I know,
too.
the zipper is so cool.
There's a lot of little details in this unique sculpt. For a toy, it's never going to probably get reproduced much. They really put a lot of effort into it.
And I guess... Oh, man, I guess I should
meow,
give you...
meow,
You've
meow,
been
meow,
waiting
meow,
for this.
Meow, meow, meow.
Seriously, people, you have no idea how long he's been
Meow,
waiting
meow,
for this.
meow. Meow,
I mean,
meow,
he
meow.
has just gone on
Meow,
and on and
meow.
on about it. Fine. You do the honors.
Paws out, claws out. Natty's got cat ears. And, oh, man. That's what I've waited for a long time to get cat ear Natty. Oh. So what's really cool about that is there's so much detail in those cat ears.
It's true, yeah. I mean, they have the writing on it, which is just
It actually has writing on
nice.
those ears, which is like what we saw in the photo and the packaging. It's that exact same writing.
Yeah.
Super tiny, but it's there.
I kind of love it. I love it, but not the way you love it.
Stop mocking my love of Natalya.
I'm not mocking your love of Natalya. I'm mocking how much of a fan you are. Like,
the whole
you're
outfit
marking out so hard for this.
I mean, if I ever saw Natty, and one day I will, it'll be amazing. And I'm going to have to get this figure signed by her.
Yeah.
So the whole ensemble now, though, I mean, wow.
It looks so good. It really does.
Everything about this figure is great. I love the sculpting, the paint, the entrance gear. This is the Natty I've wanted for years, and now I can finally shut up about it.
You're never going to shut up about it.
I'm never going to shut up about
You're
it.
never going to shut up about it. This is probably the most perfect Natalya that,
Has ever graced this planet.
Yes. However, it's an issue that I've seen with all of the female figures. Though here it looks as though they're getting a little bit better about it. The heads are not properly proportioned. The heads are still too small for the body. Look, Natty's not a twig. Like she's muscular, and she's got a little bit of thickness. And I think her body sculpt captures it perfectly.
Yep, totally.
But then her head is just a fraction too small. So it looks just a little odd, and it's really frustrating. Here she has more of a neck than other figures have had, which I'm really grateful for. But some of the other female figures, they just they lose their neck. They lose their heads are way too small for their body, and it's always been one of the biggest issues that I've had with the female figures in particular.
And I have that same issue too. And for a point of reference, anatomically speaking, a human being, an adult, is 8 heads tall. So if you took your head off and layered it, on top of each other, your body should be 8 heads tall if you're the typical human being. With the female wrestling figures, they're about 6, 7, maybe at most heads tall.
Yeah.
And that's why they look a little scrunched down. And I remember when I bought
So
Asuka in the past. Asuka was one of the worst ones because especially the shorter females in the past have suffered greatly from that.
Alexa Bliss has always been one that has pissed me off, to be honest, because she has a very particular body, and they've never gotten it right.
Yeah.
They've never gotten it right. They either make her too muscular, but her head's just like...
But they're getting better.
Yeah,
they are getting
this
better.
is a perfect example of how much better they're getting.
And in fact, let's do some comparisons now to some other female figures. And I
Absolutely.
happen to have here, this is the last Natalya I bought. And this was actually a basic Natalya from, like, what is there a marking on her maybe? From 2015.
Oof.
This has got a 2015 marking. Doesn't necessarily mean it came out then.
Natty really likes leather and studs and
really
stuff.
does, yeah. So this was a basic figure back when the basic still had articulation in the buck. So she is actually taller.
Yeah.
We can see up front. She is actually way taller, which is surprising.
And
but
she
her,
also looks more massive
Yeah.
because of the extra height.
yeah. So her body is also like much thinner than this Natty is now. So I mean, that's just maybe the evolution of the toys.
Yeah, but I mean, even there, they tapered in her waist way more than
Yeah.
Natty actually has. And again, like, I love Natty. Natty's got a great body. It's just she doesn't have that kind of taper.
Yeah. Sculpting wise too, the sculpt is just infinitely better on this new version
Oh,
here
absolutely.
too. Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be honest, that isn't that bad
No, it's
for
still
what it was
pretty
at the
good.
time.
At the time, totally was good. Yeah. And this, again, being the basic, I bought it because it had this, little thing on it. And I was like, yeah, I can't wait to take it off and have the entrance gear and then have her wrestle.
No.
But no, that is a piece that is stuck on her. You'd have to like take her arms out to get those out.
You'd also have to take her hair out, too.
Yes. Yeah. So that entrance piece is basically staying on her as opposed to this one here where it finally can come off.
And I also want to point out with the hair, for this, it's underneath her hair. So that would be extremely difficult to get off. Here, they had her hair nicely split. You could see it in the back, the way that they have the detailing of the hair itself. But then they did it in a way that you can get this piece off. So that's really smart on their part.
So that's cool. So let's get this Natty out of the ring, though. I want to compare it to some more modern figures. So let's start with actually an elite Alexa Bliss.
Who just makes me really angry.
And let's also talk about, since we're talking about the bodies, we got the female figures. And we don't really do a lot of female figures here necessarily just because they don't know what they are.
Vinny don't like them as much.
Yeah, well,
Vinny sucks.
Ouch.
No, I love Vinny, but
I'm leaving that in the video.
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not like he's going to watch it anyway.
Fair enough. So we've got 4 different female figures here. So in fact, I don't know if you've ever seen Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, I was going to say who.
So yeah, you should meet Shayna.
Dang. This
So we've got a Nia Jax, who is one of the larger scale women figures. We've got Alexa, who is one of the smaller ladies. And then we got Shayna, who came out last year also, her debut figure.
Oh my god, I never saw the Shayna, and just, this is so weird.
Yeah, we didn't review her on the channel because, again, it's not really, I would have liked to review her. Maybe another time we'll review another Shayna that comes
that's
out.
cool.
So we have over here Nia Jax. This is actually a basic Nia Jax. We have then the latest Natty that we're talking about in this video. And Alexa Bliss came out about 2 or 3 years ago, maybe. And Shayna Baszler came out last year, 2019.
Okay.
So they all have 4 different body types.
Yes.
And that's what's cool now is, a few years ago, they were all basically using the same body type.
I know, it's
Natty,
why I didn't do it.
That old Natty that we have here was basically the exception because they had to sculpt all new pieces for her.
Yeah.
But with these 4 ladies here, we've got a bigger lady. We have a more athletic, flatter-chested person. And we got Alexa, who's kind of more the typical body that we see with the figures.
Yeah, but even there, we're going to talk about Alexa in a second.
So the one thing I want to talk about with Natty especially, and with these female figures, is the scale.
Yes.
Now, when Mattel first got the license, I'm going throwback here 10 years ago, their big thing was every figure is going to be sized correctly. Well, folks, breaking news, Natalya and Alexa aren't the same height, but here in toy form they are.
Yeah.
And, of course, neither is Shayna. So Alexa is 5 feet tall.
Yeah, she needs to be at least several inches smaller. And they just suck at that, man.
Scale with the women's characters has been an issue. I don't know how it is with the men as much. I think it's a little bit better with the men characters typically.
It is because they can do the height a little bit easier. I mean, for the larger people like, Braun or Undertaker and everything, they've been pretty good about getting that extra height in there.
Rey Mysterio is typically a little bit smaller also.
Yeah, but with the women, they're having a lot of problems. I think Sasha's also been an issue. But like Alexa in particular, that was a running joke about her height. There was always that whole thing with her feud with Nia. The height thing was like really prominent. Same with Charlotte, I think.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the deuce?
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to show you guys was just at the very least now in 2020 and 2019, we are getting a lot more diversity because these are again 4 different body types we're seeing out here, which is really great that they're being more unique with the sculpts because that's been a big nitpick for me with female figures in general. With Mattel, with Hasbro, that's why we've never really reviewed too many Hasbro Marvel Legends female figures.
Yeah.
Typically they're the same terrible body. But here we are at least at the
They're
At the
trying.
very least, they are trying. The heights are wrong here, but again, at least the bodies are different, and I'm excited about that.
I appreciate that a lot. And in fact, I'll just look from behind because it's kind of weird. But I'm really loving seeing the difference between Nia and Natty. And I swear, if they had a more accurately sized Alexa, I would be so happy right now.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I really hope that's what comes next, because this looks really cool. Like, I like seeing it from behind because they're just, like, so physically different.
So that's just our little quick comparison. But overall, this Elite 74 Natalya, it is the dream Natty. It is the one I've been waiting for. It is the chosen one.
It's the one that you won't shut up about.
Yeah, I really won't. But you can see why.
No, it's a great Natty.
And, how many more Elite Natties we're going to get is the big question. And the answer is probably not many.
Yeah, she does not get nearly enough love that she should in the WWE. So
it's been a long time since we even had a basic of her.
Yeah, so of course we're not going to get the kind of love that, in the figures.
Yeah. So that's why I've been drawing on about her, because just really excited to finally get a good Natty.
No, I understand.
Yeah. So that is our look at Elite 74 Natalya from Mattel. And I'm obviously in love with this figure.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got nothing else to say except that you should buy her.
Yeah,
and send her to me, so I can have just a giant stack of Natalyas to swim in, like Scrooge McDuck in his bank of coins. Just me going through Natalya, doing my breaststroke, my backstroke, and just all over the place. Natalya 24/7, Natalya 110%, all the time, every day, all in. Natalya. Paws out, claws out.
As the slightly more impartial person here today, if you're a Natty fan, get her. Like, really, this is a great sculpt. It is by far and away one of the most accurate female wrestling figures out there, at least in my opinion. I mean, definitely the most accurate Natty, but I also just think of the other figures that are out there, this really is the closest to her likeness, not just in the face, but also in the body and the outfit and everything. So, if you're a fan, get it. Like, really, don't even think about it. Just get it. If you're collecting, get it. If you're on the fence, I say get it.
So get it, basically. You're saying.
Basically, I'm saying get it. Unless you hate Natty for some reason,
Monster.
And why would you? Because Natty's cool. Like,
hunt you down, I will end you. I will find you and I will end you.
Yeah. So, threats aside,
I give this 2 paws out.
Save me. Please save me.
So,
please.
On that note,
please.
I'm Meowth.
Oh, man, Andrea.
I'll see you guys next time here at Nerd News Today and Into the Ring Out of the Box and more wrestling figure reviews and everything else we do here on Nerd News Today.
Vinny's coming back next time. I'm not going through this again. Nope. I'm tagging out.
Nice. Come on, Natalya. We're going to be the tag team now.